How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Conti and Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The first time they go offense, they take Jordan Love? They take Jordan Love!
Listen, Matisse Thybulle will lock up CP3.
Oh my god.
Chris Paul.
Oh my god.
Chris Paul, baby. Right, Will?
Nope, I totally disagree. Look.
36. That's the number Shaquille O'Neal wore on the Celtics.
It is.
It is also the episode of Conti and Nick we were on, where hot takes are brought to the floor and cold ones are left at the door.
Ooh,
That was
I like
corny.
it. I like
That
it.
was corny
No,
as
I
hell.
like it. It reminds me of the Hot Ones intro, where it's like, welcome to Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings, or whatever it is.
Welcome to
Reminds me of
Hooters,
that.
where the wings are good, but the breasts are better.
I've
You've never heard that?
I've never heard
Oh,
that.
come on, man.
Nor have I ever been to Hooters.
Don't waste your time. Don't
I've
waste your
heard
time.
it's not worth.
Huh?
I've heard it's not worth.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes the main appeal of it isn't worth it either.
Well, anyway, welcome back to Conti and Nick, everyone. I'm Will Nicholson, as always. I have with me Gino Conti. And before we get started, I wanna do a little ramble real quick. We'll start on the darker note first. Just wanted to mention, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, Mamba Mentality, number 24. Had unfortunately 2 years ago today now died in a helicopter crash with his daughter Gianna and several other people.
Rest in peace, Gianna.
Rest in peace. Yeah, and Kobe changed the NBA world for many different people. When you shoot a piece of trash into a basket, you say Kobe, and we see that in the league today. So rest in peace Kobe, rest in peace Gianna, everyone else on that flight. And to go on a more happier note before we start the episode, it is my Uncle Tom's birthday. The one out in
Oh shit!
California.
I didn't know that.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday,
today.
Tommy!
So happy birthday to Tommy Nicholson. Have a good one. He's coming back in the summer, and I'm going to be 21, so I can't wait to be hitting the bars with that guy. And
It's your
all that
first.
stuff.
It's your first legal drink,
Of
right?
course.
Nicole?
Oh yes, of course. Of course. But just get that out of the way. We're back, Conti and Nick. If you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, we're talking about in my opinion. Gino just approved me when I said this, but this was, in my opinion, the best weekend ever in football. Every game was close, ended in a game winner, and you didn't know who was gonna win. It was awesome. It was the most fun weekend I've ever had watching football. And I guess the big question is, I guess we can recap some of these games and kind of decide who's gonna win, because my prediction's already gone. I thought the Packers were going all the way, which I will never make that deal with the devil again. We believe in the Packers every year, and hey, they can't lose in the NFC Championship if they don't make it there. So
Yeah.
what game impressed you the most? We'll start with that.
To be real with you, it has to be the Packers and Niners.
Yeah.
To be absolutely 100% real with you, it has to be the Packers and the 49ers. Listen, the 49ers are a great team. Okay, we all know it, or else they wouldn't be here. I remember you tried to make the argument with the Packers that even though they were a play within beating Tampa Bay, they're somehow not a great team last year. They're still a great team. They just find a way to choke. Okay, but on paper and on the field, they're still a great team. Okay?
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers are the complete opposite of that. They find a way to win. They find a way to win. And you know what? If it wasn't for Jimmy Garoppolo missing that throw to Emmanuel Sanders 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, okay? Oh, Will Nicholson's standing up.
Hold on, no, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's turning the fan off.
There we go. I wasn't sure if that was getting picked up in the audio, but just in case. Yeah.
There you go. Slight interruption. Very rude of Will Nicholson, if I may add.
Apologies.
I will accept your apology.
Well, go to hell. No, but going off what you said, I do agree. I mean, the 49ers are a polished team, and they got a good run game, they got a good defense, and we've talked about how much Fred Warner is a beast. And look,
goodness.
I'm
and
not
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa, yeah, a lot of
Rick
people on that
Armstead.
defense. It's just a good all-around good team. Kyle Shanahan's a great offensive coach, and they win games. Jimmy Garoppolo, when he plays, we talked about it before the show, he wins games, and that's just how it be. He's going to his second Super Bowl in 3 years, and his team's trying to replace him.
And I will say once again, if it wasn't for Jimmy Garoppolo missing that one throw, barely missing that one throw too, to Emmanuel Sanders a couple years ago, we'd be talking about
Sure.
Patrick Mahomes, everyone's greatest quarterback of all time.
He's not
Okay.
there.
Okay, well,
Who's saying that?
a lot of people think
I
he
was
is.
saying
A lot
that.
of people think he is. That would make him a 0-time champ.
I still think
Okay.
he's on pace to be up there, though. I will say.
Oh my goodness
I think
gracious.
he could. He's talented. But one of the guys who I will not defend, who is super talented anymore, Aaron Rodgers. Look,
He's still the greatest quarterback I've ever seen with my 2 eyes.
Oh well, yeah, obviously he's the most talented quarterback ever. But we in the media and just as fans in general like to overhype the eye test when it comes to this position. While Aaron Rodgers is one of the great football minds, I mean there is a reason between the personalities of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers why Tom Brady wins Super Bowls and Aaron Rodgers doesn't. There is.
Oh, that's my question.
There just simply is. While Aaron Rodgers has done amazing things with the football, when it comes down to crunch time and you need this play, and he does it well in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he just doesn't perform. And I don't for sure know what it is. I don't. There's not like a clear-cut answer. He just doesn't play well in the playoffs. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback, obviously, but I don't know where Rodgers ranks all time after this.
Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between, you got to think about it, and I've said it a long time, and I'm definitely 100% sure you'll agree with me. There is a difference between talent and great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I say greatest and best, or like most talented, like best and most talented, in my opinion, are like lumped together. When I say one, I mean the other. When I say the other, I mean, you know what I mean?
No,
so like I think that when they say best,
talent you're born with, greatness. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
It's easy to see greatness.
Yeah,
it's so easy to see greatness.
And if you were to sit me down right now, gun to my head, if in terms of talent, who would I take between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers?
It's not close. It's Aaron Rodgers.
It can be close. It's close.
Sure.
But Aaron Rodgers.
Not saying Tom Brady isn't a talented quarterback, because he is the way. Yeah. And look, this is why I'm talking about the eye test again. We talk about with quarterbacks like, oh, but does Tom Brady throw the ball this far? Does Tom Brady do this? Tom Brady do that? Tom Brady has
he's methodical.
He has like what I like to call the quick twitch. He sees something, he reacts. You know what I mean? Well, Aaron Rodgers has that. Tom Brady is the best I've ever seen do it.
Yeah.
But as far as throwing a football to point A to point B with accuracy, I don't think anyone's done it better than Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is I honestly, in terms of talent too, there has to be a discussion between Dan Marino and Tom Brady.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
In my opinion, like in terms of the best pure thrower, it's either Dan Marino or Drew Brees.
Dan Marino,
and then it's Dan Marino, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady. Yeah. And I give the edge to Marino, and then we'll see between Brady and Brees. But there could definitely be a discussion.
I think we'll be talking about Mahomes out there for one of the most talented. This dude can make throws, man. He can.
Nice.
He can make throws like crazy.
You know who was doing no-look passes before Patrick Mahomes?
Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. Yeah, you know me too well. I've been saying it.
You have been saying this forever, but yeah, just to sum up
that
game.
It's the truth.
It is the truth. To sum up this game between the 49ers and Packers, I mean, the Packers once again have what looks like the best team in the league, and they don't show up at home versus an opponent that they should be beating convincingly, and it's the same old. And Rodgers, have fun in Denver, Indy, wherever.
So thank you. I was actually going to ask. I go, so where do you think Rodgers is going now? Because I don't think after this, I don't think he stays.
He's finishing his Peyton Manning character arc, and he's going to Denver.
Maybe you never know.
I would like Indy. I think that team would be really good.
I think so. I mean, I think Denver is good. I think Pittsburgh actually is a very good.
Pittsburgh would be. I
think Pittsburgh is a good destination.
He's got the next Devontae Adams and Deontay Johnson over there. So,
okay, well, let's relax. Okay, I like Deontay Johnson, but
play style. Come on.
No.
Yeah, they were the same.
No.
Yeah, dude. Deontay Johnson used to have had a bunch of drops. Devontae Adams used to have a bunch of drops.
That does not mean they're the same play style.
No, dude, you got to look at it. The way they play is similar. I'm just saying. Obviously, Adams is more talented. You know what? We're not getting into this now.
I really like Deontay Johnson, but I put him in a different when I say I put him in a different class, I mean in terms of play style. In terms of play style, he's much different, I believe, than Devontae Adams. Because he has to play the short game because Big Ben Roethlisberger can't really stretch the field anymore. So
just wait till he gets a quarterback who can play the long game, man.
Listen, all I'm going to say is before we move on to a different game, Dwayne Haskins deserves a spot.
No, he doesn't.
Deserves a spot.
No, he doesn't.
He deserves a spot to compete for the starting job.
Sure. He won't win it.
Let me finish my sentence before I say something.
He won't win it, but I guess. Sure.
Yeah, he deserves, and Cam Tate agreed with me too. So there you go. If that's anything.
Yeah, if that means anything. So yeah, I mean, 49ers
you,
obviously
Conti.
going on. I guess we'll go to another game that had a game winner because all of them did. I want to save Joe Burrow for last, but we've got we'll go Rams Bucks. I mean that was a see I don't know. Here's my thing with the Bucks. While I didn't have high expectations for them once Chris Godwin got hurt, I didn't think they were going to be that good.
Why not?
They
have a slew of weapons.
They do.
Chris Godwin by no means should be the determining factor whether you do or don't win the Super Bowl.
Godwin, AB, they had a lot of people who just were.
Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller are good.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that towards the end, but it felt like something in Tampa changed. You know what I mean? But the locker room got thrown off, and Arians, what did he did something to a player or something?
Like gave Carlton Davis like a slap on the head.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the league is so soft.
No, yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. That has nothing to do with the collapse.
But
that's ridiculous.
I'm
not saying you're ridiculous.
Yes,
I'm saying that. Yeah.
But I'm talking more of the locker room and the culture and how they're perceived, and that does affect the locker room. If you have a guy who just walks out like Antonio Brown did, and you're already kind of banged up, and now you've got. Now this is in the media. Obviously, it was probably nothing, but it's out there. You know what I mean? The fact is, it's out there. Just like the way players get or if trade rumors go around for players, all the trades might not happen. I mean, it's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what this felt like. It didn't feel like the Bucs team for the entire game. I mean, Tom Brady looked off, and he's getting unsportsmanlike conduct, which, whoa.
That was the first one of his career.
Yeah, I know, right? It's stuff like that happens, and then you have, it's the Brady comeback, and I thought so too. I was like, here it comes. And then blown coverage. I mean, Todd Bull and Colin Ames was talking about it in the group chat. I mean, if you're Todd Bull, you gotta play at least cover 3 back there. Like,
cover 4.
Cover 4.
Cover 4.
Yeah.
Or
prevent. At least cover 3.
Yeah,
they were in a cover 2. They were in a man cover 2, and then
and
Cooper Kupp 1-on-1 later.
So one thing I will say, I'm not defending it. Okay, by no means am I defending it, but that's who Tampa Bay is.
It is.
You know
it's who Todd Bull is.
Yeah, it's who Todd Bull is. Yeah, exactly. It's aggressive defense. Thank you for distinguishing what I mean by me. I'm not trying to judge. Everyone's like, what? How can you judge? No. I'm just telling you that's how they are. You know, that's it. Yeah. But I mean, the way you gotta look at it, it's just, in a way, I respect Todd Bowles for being who he is. You know what I mean?
But you gotta know the situation.
I do. No, absolutely. No, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, if it were me, if I was Todd Bowles, I'd be like, play prevent right now. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't put Gronk at safety. Okay, I wouldn't make that mistake that Bill Belichick did. Okay, but I would
First and last time that will ever happen.
Yep. But I would definitely say, put prevent. Put all 11 guys back there for the hell of it. Put Vita Vea back there in coverage. Like, put Jason Pierre, Paul, William Golston, Joe Tryon, Levante David, Devin White. Put them all back there. Okay.
Get Bruce Arians back.
Yeah, get Bruce Arians. Who's it? Get Mike Allstott back there. Okay, get Leroy Salmon back there.
Bring back Shady McCoy. Throw him back there.
Le'Veon Bell.
Anyone but Gronk.
Yeah, you get that point. Okay, but I mean, in a way, I do respect Todd Bowles for sticking to who he is. Okay, because I'm not trying to get all philosophical and everything, but you sticking to who you are in such a high leverage moment, especially when you have the waning years of the greatest quarterbacks all time in your hands on defense, I respect you just being like, no, I'm gonna do me. I respect it. It wasn't the right call, but just as a human being, having an internal strength, I respect.
That's fair, but he does for sure deserve criticism.
Yes,
I mean,
he does.
We do this with coaches. I mean, Brandon Staley knows who he is. He goes, okay, we're aggressive. We have Justin Herbert. We go for it on 4th down. That deserves the same amount of criticism as Todd Bowles. Okay, we're an aggressive defense. We're playing aggressive up until the end. They both deserve criticism. Like, we were talking about the game versus Kansas City way back in the week. We're like, if they just kick those field goals, and that's not who the Chargers are. That's not who Staley is. It's not, that's not the way they do that. And players respect that. I will say that's something where players respect. Okay, this is who we are. We have an identity. It's why I love the Chargers, and I think they should be good moving forward. I like the coach. I just think they need a little bit better defense, and I think they need to get a better defensive guy back there. Matt Nagy could be great as a defensive coordinator, but
he's known for his offense. Matt Nagy's known for his offense.
Who am I thinking of?
Are you thinking of Vic Fangio? He was the DC of the Bears.
Gotcha.
And then okay, yeah. So Vic Fangio.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Not
Don't worry about
Nagy.
it. No, I'm like Matt Nagy was known for his offense at
Yes.
Oregon. Like I'm pretty sure he was there with Justin Herbert. But anyways, I don't know. But yeah, I like I said, as a human being aspect, I actually really and truly do respect what Todd Bowles did. I disagree with the people who say that should eliminate his chances to be a head coach elsewhere.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
I really disagree.
He ran a
with
pretty
that.
good defense this year. Well, he does have a lot of talent on his defense.
Yeah, and
I mean, he's got an identity. That's what you need with talent. You need an identity. I've been saying this. You need to have an identity when you have talented players. And I think Harbaugh does a good job at this. You know, when he has Lamar Jackson, and he sticks to it. I mean, you know, we have Lamar Jackson. We go for it on 4th and 1. I question the Huntley 4th and 1s and 4th and goals.
I think I personally think John Harbaugh should be on the hot seat for what he did.
I don't think so.
It's ridiculous.
I don't
Absolutely ridiculous.
He's going for wins.
He's
in a competitive division.
Listen, you're telling me that you don't trust your quarterback against Big Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah.
Like you're telling me, and I understand who did he do it against the Packers too?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I go listen. I kind of forgive the Packers one a little bit more, but at the same time, you have, in my opinion, the greatest kicker of all time.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me you're not going to put faith in him, and Tyler Huntley was going all game against the Packers. He was firing on all cylinders. Had what 200 or 100 yards rushing and over 100 yards passing.
Yeah.
I think that something like Lamar didn't do, or like 2 or something like that. 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 throwing touchdowns. I'm sorry, that's what it was. Okay, and you're telling me that when your guy, regardless if it's your backup, was on the roll like that, you don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't you don't trust the greatest kicker of all time, and you don't trust him to lead your offense on the drive into overtime. You know what I'm trying to say? That was a little messy.
That was a little messy. It's an identity thing. You know what I mean? I respect the identity, but I mean, we haven't even mentioned the Rams yet. I mean, the Rams just played phenomenal. I mean, Odell.
They almost collapsed.
They almost collapsed, but I mean, Odell has looked sharp. Stafford is playing like he's been in the playoffs his entire career. I'm so glad he got freed from Detroit. Cooper Kupp he's just that dude. And he's just simply that guy.
He's having a close to historic season, but I'd still take good like I say about 5 to 7 receivers.
Oh, I absolutely would. But right now, he's their dude.
Oh, absolutely.
He's their dude. Absolutely.
He is the number one. And the way I look at it too, I think the Rams were very fortunate that they were able to scoop up Odell. Because the amount of cap space and the amount of draft capital they've given up for all these premier talents,
absolutely,
just to have Odell.
And Robert Woods goes down.
Yes, Robert Woods. And you know what? I'm not here telling you I'm the biggest Odell fan, but I respect the talent. Yeah. I do, and by no means do I think he's that top 5 receiver in the league anymore.
But he's a very serviceable wide receiver.
Oh yes, he is a very solid number 2 guy at this point in his career. And you know, like I'm very glad that we can actually agree on that.
I know, right?
You know, like at this point he is a very solid number 2 wide receiver.
Yes.
But he's not like that superstar, double me, blah blah blah, put the team on my back guy anymore. I mean,
but if you put him 1-on-1 and he's got the right route, he'll make you look silly. He will.
Yeah,
he'll run a great route. Dude's got some of the best hands in the league. You just need a guy like that. And he's been great on the Rams, and I'm glad that I mean Odell's dad is probably the best agent in the league right now. It's not even close. Got him out of Cleveland, got him to LA. But
just like Kawhi's uncle.
Exactly. No, but the Rams have been phenomenal. I think they're my pick to make the Super Bowl. Lose it, but they're my pick to make the Super Bowl.
I picked them before the preseason started. The Rams were my pick. I said Matthew Stafford would win MVP, and for a while, it looked good, but then it fell off the rails. So I'll admit my fault on that one. But,
no, I'm giving you full credit. You were right about the Rams and Stafford.
We'll see.
You were.
No, I'm not gonna say I'm right yet because
this is successful for the Rams.
No, I'm not gonna say because when you give up all your first round picks and you give up all that money just to play, this is
for a championship run.
A Super Bowl like appearance is the bare minimum that fan base expects. And what's above that bare minimum, that specific bare minimum? A Super Bowl win. So I'm not going to give myself credit. I'm not going to say anything yet because we don't know how they're going to be against San Fran.
I think they should win.
They should, but they lost to them the last time.
They lost all 3 times, didn't they?
I don't remember the first time, but they lost to them the second time. And by no means, and like I said, San Fran is good. Okay, don't get me wrong. Holding that team, the Green Bay Packers specifically, to 10 points, beyond impressive.
In Lambeau, by the way.
Yeah,
in the snow. Like, that's amazing.
Thank you, yes. Absolutely, positively, beyond impressive. They should win. Like, there's no reason for the Rams to not win against this team. And what do you think about, like, the withholding?
They've lost to the 49ers twice.
Well, they haven't beaten them this year. So what do you think about, did you see that ticket sales thing? where they're restricting Niners fans or like limiting Niners
I did
fans.
not see that.
Yeah, the Rams are limiting the amount of Niners fans that could be in the thing in the game.
That's ridiculous.
It
That
is.
makes no sense. Why?
Well, because they're in their heads, man. And Niners are in their heads. There's a very good chance we see Jimmy G in the Super Bowl, man. There's a very good chance. There's a very good chance.
I mean, yeah, it's any given Sunday, blah, 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 whatever.
Niners are playing with house money.
They are, yeah.
So, I mean, they got nothing to lose, you know? So I think there's a very good chance that the Niners make it to the Super Bowl. I picked the Rams, so I'm going to begrudgingly stick with the Rams, okay? But I want San Francisco to win.
I'm the same way.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, when we talk about the next game here, I pick the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl, right? And I'm going to stick with that. I think the Chiefs are going to make it, but oh boy, would I love the Bengals to make it there. But, you know, we're going to get there. We got the Chiefs versus the Bills, and wow, this is one of the best games I've seen ever. Dude, Patrick Mahomes threw for 170 yards in the final 2 minutes of the game.
I mean, I'm telling you, he's a talent. I'm telling you, he's a talent, and
what more do you want to see from this kid?
I never said he sucked. I said he's a talent.
Are you just not ready to say he's that guy yet?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because you grunt at the Mahomes. You're like, ugh.
Because I don't like how people are making him out to be like the second coming of Christ. I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't like it. I'm telling you, he is a beyond talented player. He is. Okay, like
but he's winning too.
Yeah, but like listen, the way I look at it, I go, what's gonna happen when eventually Tyreek Hill gets too old and Travis Kelce gets too old, and you have to rely on like if McCole Hardman's still there and freaking Josh Gordon if he somehow doesn't smoke weed and get caught again. Like my question is again, if we were to switch Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, okay, like obviously I know Deshaun Watson's probably going to be out the league and his career is probably over, but on draft day for the years that Deshaun Watson did play. If you put Deshaun Watson on this Chiefs team, I believe we would be talking about him just like we're talking about Mahomes.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I believe to an extent. I think that maybe I'm not arguing that Mahomes didn't go to a better situation because he for sure went to a better situation. But I think Mahomes would be talented enough to do what Deshaun Watson did. You know, where he threw for the most touchdowns in the league or something.
But here's the thing about Mahomes: like, who in this freaking league has had a more perfect layout and scenario than Patrick Mahomes? Like,
there's very few.
If you're gonna sit behind somebody for a year, who do you want to sit behind? But maybe besides Tom Brady, Alex Smith, right?
Alex Smith he's a good guy to sit behind.
Okay, what was Patrick Mahomes' like big thing when he came out of college? Okay, yeah, that arm strength and the ability to make plays. But what was his big knock? He was a boom or bust. Okay, he was a huge risk, and not only did the Chiefs take him, do you remember? They traded up many spots to get Patrick Mahomes. They did. In a way, I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, okay, like let's see what this kid's got. Phenomenal football player. Okay, I'm not trying to tell you that he's not great, but I hate when people compare him and take what he's done now to a whole body of work. Okay, like you gotta realize.
But he's on that level though. He's on the level to be one of those guys.
Okay, but he may truly be. Okay, but who has more rings than him? Troy Aikman has more rings than him.
Yeah.
Trent Dilfer has just as many rings as Patrick Mahomes.
This is also his 4th year as a starter, and he's been to the Super Bowl for 2 of those years, and the 1 year he didn't make it, and the other year where he lost in the Super Bowl was to the greatest quarterback of all time. That's a successful career so far. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm so glad I finally get to bring this point up, especially on this podcast, because I don't think I ever had. Okay, that Super Bowl last year, you look at it, okay, that was Patrick Mahomes' chance to have the torch finally passed to him. And you know what they want to say? Oh, the offensive line. I go, it is. Listen, it was. Okay, Gino, we were watching the same game. That man was making superhuman throws, falling to the ground, hitting the receivers in the hands, and they were dropping. But if he is the so-called like potential greatest quarterback of all time, shouldn't you be able to overcome that? You can't make you guys just catch the ball. You can't. Shouldn't he have done something? He tried. He should. You're telling, but like Gino, if you're not to go, he did everything he possibly could. His receivers couldn't catch the ball. Tom Brady. What do you mean? No. Wait a minute. You are telling me Mahomes could have done more in that Super Bowl than he did.
Tom Brady was down 28
Oh,
to 3,
Conti.
and he got it
Conti.
done. And he got it done.
You just made me sound like Stephen A. Smith. I pulled out the wait a
Tom
minute.
Brady was down 28 to 3, and he found a way to do it. Patrick Mahomes was down bad with his offensive line, and he didn't find a way. The great ones will always find a way. The great ones will always.
He was hitting his receivers in the hands in the end zone, falling from the ground, throwing that thing up sidearm, hitting them in the hands because his offensive line was god awful. Hit him in the hands, and they dropped it.
The truly great ones.
What more could he have done? He can't catch the ball for him.
The truly great ones would have found a way.
That's a bogus excuse. That is a bogus excuse.
Am I wrong? The truly great ones,
no, you're not wrong.
Or the people who have the clutch factor, because there are people who aren't that great but do have the clutch factor. Okay.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But like, out of the truly great ones of our industry. Okay, the truly great ones of that industry in the sports complex or whatever, and they find a way. Or the ones who just have the clutch factor, they find a way.
Man, it's superhuman.
They do.
He did everything he could have. There is not more that Patrick Mahomes could have done.
Yeah, there is. Because he could have won the game.
Yeah, that's one man show.
Could have won the game.
He was hitting his receiver. You know what? He won on Sunday, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters right now.
Okay.
Anyway,
Troy Aikman has more rings.
This game was amazing to
Terry
watch.
Bradshaw has more rings.
He's been in the league he's been a starter. This is his 4th year.
Ben Roethlisberger has more rings.
He's about to go to his 3rd Super Bowl.
Maybe. We'll see.
I hope not.
We'll see.
I hope not. But anyway, this game was it was awesome to watch. This was a fun one to watch. I mean, up until the last second, 13 seconds left, this guy pushes him down not more than half the field, but still half the field, and puts his kicker in a position to make a field goal. I mean, it was amazing, and they get the ball in overtime. And for the record, I've been saying this as a Patriots fan who benefited from winning the coin toss. That should not be the rule. It shouldn't be.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is Patrick Mahomes was complaining when it happened to him, but here we go when he benefit from it. Oh, I don't hear a peep out of Mr. Mahomes.
That's for sure.
You know, so I mean,
in all fairness, I thought the rules should have been changed when it happened to Brady. I think the rules should be changed now. That's fair.
If that's your take, that's your take.
I think the rule needs to be changed, and that not just because it's not fair. It's not fair. Well, I do agree. Okay, there's defensive players out there. They need to make a play. I don't like the idea that we go down, we score a touchdown game. I don't know.
You think everyone should have a chance?
Yes.
Yeah, just like everyone should get a trophy, right?
No.
I'm just joking.
Well, you think of it from a market perspective. I think they would make for more entertaining games. I was on the edge of my seat watching Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen turn into goddamn superhumans.
It was a great
towards
watch.
the end of this game. It was a great watch, and I would have liked to see more. I would have liked to see Josh Allen go, okay, now it's do or die. Now I go down and I score and we lose.
Gabriel Davis is going to be a stud in this league. Okay. I was a closet Gabriel Davis fan. Okay, I was. I really, and I mean that. Okay, like
that's just the funny way to say that.
He's a big. Hey, I didn't come out of the closet for nothing. Of course I dress well. Sorry, that's a Jake joke. But freaking, I'm telling you, Gabriel Davis, the big body ability, that deceiving quickness. Okay, Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs, watch out next year. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
He had one good game. Come on.
Huh?
He had one good game.
No. He performed well in the Patriots versus Bills 1. He performed well Patriots versus Bills 2, and he's performed well in other games throughout the season. He's played well. He's played well. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is his coming out party. Next year is going to be his 3rd year. Okay, I am beyond excited for Gabriel Davis.
You're on the Gabriel Davis train.
I am.
Okay.
I've been a fan of him for a little bit, but let the record officially state now that I am on the Gabriel Davis hype train.
Sure. I'll give it to you. I mean, I think it's a little out there, but you know.
Watch.
But yeah,
watch.
Sure. This game though, I mean, this was so fun to watch. I had a great time watching it. I was on the edge of my seat Sunday night. It was great. And while I wish the Bills had a chance for Josh Allen to take the field again, and I think the rules should be changed. You know, the rules are the rules right now, and the Chiefs 100% deserve to be here. And they deserve
here we go, Jim.
Here we go, Jim. No, this Chiefs team is my new Super Bowl favorite. I think so. I think this is the Chiefs Super Bowl to lose now.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think they're going against the Bengals, who, you know, Joe Burrow gets sacked 9 times. He still wins the game. They were a very beatable team, and they're beatable.
They didn't do it last time.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't do it last time, but I don't know. I feel like in that game there was more for the Bengals to play for than the Chiefs. But now I think it's on even play. Okay, winner makes the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And I think they could beat the Rams. I truly think this is the Chiefs Super Bowl to lose. And for the Bills, I mean, hey, you gotta keep going around Josh Allen. Just keep building around that dude. He is phenomenal quarterback. Keep getting him wide receivers. I would upgrade the running back position and run the ball more, because running the ball was a super problem for them this year. And when they've done it successfully, they've been good. Defense is pretty good. Sean McDermott's a good defensive guy, but I think they still need to get a little more talent there. Maybe a good pass rusher.
Well, don't forget they're getting Tre'Davious White back off of that torn ACL. And their first-round pick, Gregory Rousseau, had some flashes.
He's been great.
Yeah, he's had flashes. He's been pretty good. So I think he'll continue to develop.
That's what I'm saying. There's no immediate fix with this Buffalo team. There's no get this and we're a good team. They're a great team. They just need time. They need time to keep Josh Allen going, keep all that stuff going.
One thing
him and Mahomes look like they're gonna run the AFC for the next however many years.
One thing I would like to see, well, not if Mac Jones has something to say about it, but one thing I would like
and
to...
Joe Shiesty. Should we just go into it? Or what were you gonna say first?
You know what? You make the decision.
No, say what you're gonna say.
Oh, I freaking hate that. You want to talk about the Bengals, Will?
Let's talk
Is that
about
what you want to talk about the Bengals?
Let's talk about the Bengals.
Okay, before we explode, you go first.
Well, obviously, the Bengals won in a very close game versus the Titans. Derrick Henry, didn't really look the same. We knew he was going to look like this. He looked pretty banged up. Well, he still played pretty well. Ryan Tannehill he's not that dude there.
Been saying that. Yeah. I've been saying that for 3 years.
He's not that dude there. They need to get
You're
Henry
not that
healthy.
guy,
I think they need to go look for a quarterback in the draft, maybe, or who knows. Maybe give Marcus Mariota another shot. I can't even say that with a straight face.
I laughed immediately.
I can't even say it with a straight face.
That's awesome. That's funny as hell.
Marcus Mariota. You'll find a spot as a...
Todd.
No, but they should find someone in the draft. The Titans is pretty easy to sum up. They were injured. Vrabel's still probably the coach of the year, whatever. However, the Bengals... I mean, I criticized it. We both did. Jamar Chase, we were like, they need an offensive line. Well, we still had a good thought process. I mean, I didn't think Jamar Chase was going to be this good. I thought he was going to be very, very good, and he still exceeded my expectation. And you know who has stepped up the most out of everyone on this team? Joe Burrow, Joe Burr, Joe Shiesty, whatever the media is calling him, Joe and the little ice emoji that we got up next to him. He's that dude. I've been saying that this guy is going to be the dude, and he showed it. This guy plays with confidence, not cockiness, because there's a difference. He plays with pure confidence, and that radiates around the people around him, and he finds way to win this game. You were saying, if you really want to think about it, he's still technically a rookie. He didn't really have a full rookie year. He's only had a handful of starts, and he gets a team around him, and even then, his offensive line is awful. Worst in the league, in my opinion. They just allow so much pass rush to get to Joe, and still he finds a way to fit the ball where it needs to be. And he's that dude. Joe Burrow is that guy. Gino, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm not going to disagree, because I did just say the great ones find a way, right? I did just say that. I'm getting
sacked 9 times.
Exactly.
His receivers caught the ball. His receivers caught the ball. His receivers caught the ball.
Didn't stop Burrow.
His receivers caught the ball.
But anyways, the way I look at it, okay, before this gets misconceived, because I know it will, okay, somebody's going to be like, oh, why do you think he sucks? I don't think he sucks. Assuming health, I think that Joe Burrow is going to be a very good quarterback in the league. A very good multi-time Pro Bowler. We'll see if he ever wins a Super Bowl. I'm not going to go to that assumption. He could do it this year. He could, but I don't think he will. But let's see. I'm not going to make any assumptions. I'm not going to say he's going to be a Gold Jacket Hall of Famer. But I think he's, at the very least, he's going to be a multi-time Pro Bowler. Okay, has that been clarified?
That has been clarified.
Okay.
He
hasn't done anything that impressive!
What do you mean?
This playoff run, he hasn't done anything that's out of this world! He hasn't!
What do you want him to do? You want him to just play better? He played good.
Yes, but okay.
He's won his games.
Yes, and again, the great ones find a way to win, like I said, but this whole Joe Shiesty.
No, you know what it is?
Joe
You know what it is?
Burrow.
You don't like the media. You know, I've come to the
I
conclusion
don't.
you just don't. If the media likes a guy, you dislike him. That's the
Listen,
conclusion
no,
I've
I
come
don't
to.
dislike
Yes.
Joe Burrow. I don't.
Okay.
Like I said, I think he's gonna be great, a multi-time Pro Bowler. Like, and we'll see if that elevates.
Then what's
We'll
wrong
see if
with the
there's
media
more.
hype?
Because game 1 against the Raiders, 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's good.
It's good.
It's
It's a
good.
good game. It won
Okay,
the game, didn't it?
It's good. But you want to know why they won? You know what happened in that last drive?
Pick.
A game-winning pick by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
What does Joe Burrow have to do with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, what does Pat Mahomes have to do with the receivers dropping the ball? You tell me.
Listen, the great ones find a way to
Oh
win.
my God.
The great ones find a way to win.
This is conflicting statements.
Don't turn this around on me,
Conflicting
Nicholson.
comments.
Don't turn this around on me,
Conflicting
Nicholson.
comments from Conti.
Listen, don't turn this around on me. Anyways,
Okay.
what does Joe Burrow have to do with a game-winning pick?
He doesn't.
Nothing.
He doesn't, for sure.
244 yards and 2 touchdowns. We're talking about Ryan Tannehill, how he's not the guy. If Ryan Tannehill had a game like that, would you be surprised?
Maybe a little bit.
No,
Ryan
I
Tannehill's
wouldn't be
pretty
surprised.
bad.
Tannehill isn't bad. He's solid.
Okay.
Those are solid quarterback numbers. And I'm not telling
It's
again.
different, though, because Joe Burrow is still essentially a rookie. I mean, he's had
Well,
barely any
he's
starts.
into his second year now.
Sure,
Like,
but-
he's played enough
Yes,
games to be into his second year.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But still, guy hasn't had a lot of starts. He comes off this big injury. It was trending on social media, the big scar that he had in his leg.
I'm not discrediting
And
that.
he
Yeah.
comes out and he brings this team to the playoffs. He plays well. He's with his guy Jamar Chase, who they have chemistry. They have actual chemistry.
Of course.
It's amazing to watch. They're going to be one of the best duos in the league for a while. I think
We'll
that's
see.
my opinion.
We'll see.
And yeah, I'll
We'll
give
see.
it. We'll see. We'll for sure see.
I'm not willing to overreact on 1 year of connection.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because when you have such connection, you have tendencies. Okay, well, if the league can't stop it, that's a truly great combination. If they look at the tape, they find a way to like take advantage of those tendencies.
I mean,
then
they got tape on Burrow and Chase.
well, yes.
Go back to LSU, man. It's not that much different.
But that's listen. But there's a difference between college and NFL.
Absolutely,
talent. Okay,
absolutely.
the number 2
But you
corner,
know who Joe's looking for.
Of course,
You
of
know
course,
who he's looking
of
for.
course. But keep in mind too, T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd
Yes,
are
great.
2 very good wide
Criminally
receivers.
underrated.
Yes, 2, and then T. Higgins is finally starting to break out, like truly break out. Okay, and Tyler Boyd will always be like that quiet, criminally underrated dude who a lot
Joe
of people
Mixon
forget
had a
about.
good year.
Yeah, Joe Mixon had a surprisingly very good year.
You know,
you see what happens when he stays healthy?
We give Tom Brady the credit for this, so I only think it's fair we give Joe Burrow the same credit. He runs the locker room. It's been said. Anything that comes out of the Bengals locker room, it's a, I saw it before the game. One of the guys was getting hyped up. Who was it? Usama?
CJ Uzoma?
Uzoma,
Yeah.
yes. He was saying, like, remember what Joe said. Why not us?
Of course.
He was like, no more of this. I forget what it was. It was
Bullshit
like,
or whatever.
it was like, no more of this, like the Bengals are surprised. Like, why not us? And look, that confidence carries over. And that's one thing that we give Tom Brady the credit of. Tom Brady, amazing confidence. Joe Burrow has that same confidence, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and again, I'm not here to question that. Everything, like, I heard a thing when it was the audio between the coach and Joe Burrow and the microphone in his helmet went off, and he was calling plays by himself in the middle of a playoff game. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, okay? So Joe Burrow was pretty much running the offense for a short period of time. Total respect. Again, I don't want this to be conceived as me saying Burrow sucks.
Yeah.
He's very good. He is, and I think that he will continue to prove that. With Jamar Chase, we'll see. Okay, but with T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Uzoma, Mixon, well, like I think that the Bengals are set to have playoff success, like 4 seeds and be winning division, depending on if the Ravens rebound, for a long time now. Joe Burrow has not had a standout signature Joe Burrow moment or game in the playoffs so far. And like you said, I hate like the media. You're right. You're right. I do hate the media because what's all over Instagram? What's all over Twitter? Oh, Joe Shiesty! He got ice in his veins.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
Don't get it twisted. The media is cringe. It's all ESPN is cringe. It's all cringe. But there is truth into that. Joe Burrow, he's an ice cold dude.
I'm like again.
Okay.
But what is and then okay? I just brought up the Raiders
I'm
game.
not arguing you. The media sucks. It does.
Okay.
It's cringy. It does suck.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
You know, I work in the industry.
Yeah,
I know this.
This is the industry we're talking about.
This is the industry.
Thank you. And again, I know. And I'm not going to repeat myself, okay? Because I'm sounding a broken record. The Tennessee Titans game. Want to know what he had? 348 yards. Impressive. Okay? But in a passing league with those weapons, I almost expect that. Okay? And 1 interception. 0 touchdowns. That's not a special game. Okay, the yardage is good, but again, like I said, with the young weapons you have, and not with that offensive line, okay, the offensive line did him 0 favors.
If he gets time to throw the ball, man.
Yeah, O-line did him 0 favors. But that by no means is a spectacular game. It's not. Okay, and it was a game-winning field goal. What does Joe Burrow have to do with that?
Fair.
Okay, what does Joe Burrow have to do with that?
That's fair. Put him in position, but fair.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay, but other than that, what does Joe Burrow have to do with that?
That's fair. I mean,
you know,
there's a lot of things that are out of quarterback's control. For instance, Pat Mahomes' receivers dropping the ball in the Super Bowl.
Keeps on circling back, just like Jen Psaki is circling back.
Out of his control. There's things that happen. I mean, Tom Brady, all those game-winning field goals that won them the Super Bowl in 2001. Out of his control.
Oh, no, and I'm not arguing that. I'm not saying that Brady deserves. Well, he obviously, like you said,
he does deserve
for leading them there. Yes, for putting them in position. Absolutely.
I gotta go off real quick. Did you hear about what Evan McPherson, the kicker, said before?
Oh yeah. Looks like we're going to the championship game or whatever.
He's going up. He's stretching. He's doing his warm-ups, and Burrow's walking to the side of the field, and he does one little practice swing, and he goes. Yeah, guess we're going to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
That is like
it's swagger.
Whew, I love that.
It's swagger. That's fine.
I love the swagger like that, and he's been money too. Like they have that. And you know what's funny? I made a joke before the game with my roommate Thomas Delore D'Lo. I made a joke that I was like, oh, you know what? This kid's the next Vinatieri. Just throwing it out there because it was funny, and then he does that, and we're like, dude, he is the next Vinatieri. But I love the confidence like that. I think it's great.
Yeah, and again, because I know whoever, like, if this reaches out to, like, a multi-million person audience somehow, they're gonna listen to this part of me going off, and they're gonna be like, oh, why do you think Burrow sucks? Joe Shiesty! He just do Joe Burrow! No, okay, like...
I love him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's good. He's very good. But he has, again, he's not had that performance that is exceptional. He hasn't had that signature moment. He hasn't had that, oh my gosh, this, like, let me get, like, okay.
To be fair, Mac Jones hasn't really had it either.
I'm not saying he has either. I'm not.
Well, I mean, maybe the Jacksonville game.
No, but what are you proving when you beat up the Jaguars by 40 points?
When they still had Urban Meyer, I think.
No,
never mind.
No, that was friggin'. I forget the name of the interim offensive. Darrell Bevel.
Yes.
Darrell Bevel, who was the interim head coach and who was the offensive coordinator. Like, you're not really proving much. Like, that's really not like a signature. When there's like a signature win, like it's in I'll give you for this instance. What was the Chiefs and Bengals game earlier this year? That was a signature win for Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm not here to, like, again, not to be a hypocrite, that game ended in the game-winning field goal. But Joe Burrow goes, "You want to get in the shootout, Patrick Mahomes? You want to play your style of football? Let's go.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? Let's do it."
Yeah.
You know, he balled out.
He did.
Okay, but the difference here is Joe Burrow in none of these games has balled out. Against the Raiders, he was good.
Don't get me wrong. I'll say this: he's balled. He hasn't balled out. He has played well. He's played good. I didn't even say the Raiders game. You could say he played very good.
At times, he's played great.
Yes, but he hasn't had some superhuman level performance. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's still reason to be like, oh, Joe Burrow's not. He's not the dude. He's not that guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
You just hate the media.
But let me ask you.
I will say the media is ridiculous with all the edits on TikTok.
Yeah. So
Joe Burrow. It's ridiculous. It is insane. It's crazy. But you know what? It's for the kids, man. That's all.
So
it is.
I was gonna, because you being like the more heavily like media expert, you're measuring it, of course.
Yes.
Like, this is what you want to do with your life for a living.
Yes.
Okay. What is it like? What do you think it is like? Because I can't comprehend it, Will. I really cannot comprehend. Like, what is it about the media that thinks Joe Burrow has played like the greatest 2 games of football ever in the history of the league?
First of all, I mean, it's just on. Women love him. Like, dude, women love that. That's number one. Look, I'm not gonna expose her like that. We have a friend who only knows.
Her name's Lauren Golden.
No.
Oh, it's not. Her name's Sophia Lynn.
Okay, yeah, that's.
I'll expose her.
She loves attractive court. It's the only one she knows. She only knows the attractive court. Jimmy Garoppolo, Joe Burrow. She
Tom
loves
Brady.
Patrick Mahomes. She actually doesn't like Tom Brady, which is
really?
crazy.
None
So-
of the dilfs.
Apparently not. But look, if you're asking why Joe Burrow, it's because he's so marketable. That's it. He's just a marketable dude. He's confident. We love confidence. And also, like, women love him. That's number one. That's why Tom Brady's marketable. It's the truth. It's the truth. He's a good looking dude. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
And look, not only that, but it's very marketable to first of all, I mean, people are Joe Shiesty after like Pooh Shiesty or whatever.
Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog.
Yeah, exactly. It's marketable. That's what it is. Joe Burrow is extremely marketable. Cincinnati finally has a quarterback, and it's like, oh, it's LSU, and now that happened in oh, it's LSU North out there in Cincinnati.
LSU North. That's actually funny.
That's all it is.
That's funny.
It's just it's LSU.
I've
North.
never heard that, but that's funny.
I love calling him LSU North.
That's actually wicked funny.
Just like I love calling the Cardinals Texas Tech university or Texas the professional Texas.
Don't get
Tech.
me started.
No, I won't get you
The
started.
Cliff
with
Kingsbury collapse.
I won't get you started on Cliff.
That I will take credit for. The Cliff Kingsbury collapse.
And I
Right?
will give you credit.
You all were like, no. I'm like, yep. You
Yeah.
just wait.
It did happen. But no, Joe is super marketable. It's super marketable because he looks cool. He's swaggy. It's super cool to make a TikTok edit of Ice Cold Joe and just have him like walking.
Nothing will be cooler than ISO Joe though.
Nothing will be better than ISO Joe. I guarantee you, if I go to, and this is just an experiment.
We're having an intermission right now.
No, if I go to TikTok right now and go Joe Shiesty, I guarantee. There's gonna be some type of like edit behind here. Let's look at this. Told you. And it's Joe Burrow throwing the ball. Like, not anything it's a slant route. Like, which I told you. I literally I looked up Joe Shiesty on TikTok. It's the media. It's marketable. It gets
was even remotely impressive about what I just watched.
You know what? It gets clicks and it gets people money, and that's what. That's just social media 101. People like Joe Burrow. Let's give him Joe Burrow to the point where it pisses people off.
Yeah, but dude, even the NFL's doing it.
Oh, I know.
Even the NFL and Instagram
you know
is
why
doing
they're doing it? It's because it makes this.
Oh my god.
It's because more women are watching football to watch Joe Burrow.
It's the NFL. They're gonna make all the money in the world despite themselves.
But we know they're greedy, Gino. Come on.
Oh my god, I can't do it.
We know Goodell's sitting. Goodell is sitting there approving TikToks from the NFL going, oh yeah, Joe Burr with the cold emoji.
Well, tell these people just how much I hate like the media.
Oh, it's an absurd amount. I think I'm gonna go through the NFL because I think they actually did post a Joe Burr TikTok.
They even did that.
No, ready for this? It's this and it's are these glasses pushing pee?
I just watched.
It's awful. It is. I'm not trying to defend because it's bad. It's real bad. All the Joe Burr stuff. It's bad. Joe Burr. It's bad. It's not good. It's like, I mean, first of all, it's good for the media, but like for just normal people.
I'm sick to my stomach right now.
I will say I do love calling him Joe Shiesty. I personally
hate it.
No, listen. I think it's hilarious because of how ridiculous it is. But people that are dead ass like, oh, Ice Cold Joe, like,
It makes me nauseous. It makes me nauseous. It does. It makes me sick to my stomach. It does. It's putrid. It's offensive. Okay, it is. It's disgusting. Okay,
I love it.
I hate it.
I personally love it.
It's offensive.
It's. I mean, it's just the media. It's what it's always.
It's incomprehensible. I'm running out of adjectives here.
Yeah. No, but it's like when House of Highlights and Bleacher Report, whenever LeBron gets his first dunk of the year, It's like year whatever, then a crown, hashtag try forget. It's what it is. It's how
Have you never seen the man dunk before? Like, Vince Carter was out of his prime and still doing it at 42 years old.
Yep.
Like, LeBron is one of the best players in the league. We all know it. Why? You know.
I will say, does this become the Joe Burrow emoji now? The one that, like, is that the Burrow?
That's what I thought people were doing.
I think that's what it becomes, because like, this is the Jimmy Garoppolo.
Why are we talking about emojis on this show?
Oh,
Screw this, dude.
No, we have to, because like it's just like, all right. So like Trae Young, whenever Trae Young does something, they do like an ice cube, right?
Ugh.
And like I think Joe Burrow takes it. I think we're gonna see Joe Burrow in this phase for a long time.
Listen, I just hope I just hope I see Joe Burrow's good play continue, because I'm rooting for the kid. I do. I'm rooting for the kid. If I have to,
but are you? Because you don't want to see, dude. If he makes the Super Bowl, it will be times 10.
Yeah,
Gino,
okay.
if he plays good and makes the Super Bowl, it's gonna be like, the song to us, like, wow. It's gonna be that, and like Joe slow walking in the stadium.
If he plays well and like, if it's another game like the regular season game, I will give him total credit for it. I will. I will. And if they make it, and if he's the reason why, and he's that signature like Joe Burrow again, absolutely. I'll be the first man in line to be like, damn, Joe, like, great game. You know what I mean? Hell of a game. You and the Bengals deserve it. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But if it's another one of these games where it's like 350 and a pick, okay, like, you did it. Like you said, the great ones find a way to win, like I said. But at the same time, like, you're not here, you know what I mean? It's not really because of you.
Yeah.
You know, like, if it wasn't for, I forget who got the pick, like, forgive me, but if it wasn't for that Bengals defender picking off Derek Carr, we may not be talking about this right now. And
the universe wouldn't let the Raiders win a playoff game on me.
Yeah.
The universe wouldn't do that to me.
This is the only.
It is the only universe.
But listen, like, and let me just be serious again for 1 minute. Like, how, like, we were one, like, decent enough throw away from this whole conversation not even happening. Regardless of if the Raiders went to the AFC Championship game or not, the Bengals would be sitting on their asses at home.
Yeah.
So, like, again, like, the first round is really all.
Oh, don't get me wrong. This would still very much be a thing.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh,
not if they won. I mean, not if they lost. Not if they lost.
It would.
How?
It was a thing all through. Anytime Joe Burrow threw a time, it was Joe Burrow. It's elevated now because he's winning playoff games.
Elevate.
No,
elevate.
It is.
Shut up, Drake.
It is elevate. No, but it is now that he's winning playoff games. Look, you know what?
Here we go.
I'm satisfied.
I am.
I'm satisfied. But you know who the only person that is better than Joe Shiesty is?
I can't really. You were about to do it. I'm sorry. Sorry for interrupting you.
I think you know the name.
Oh, it just clicked. Jump Rope!
Peace, ladies and gentlemen.